All right, everybody. So people have been saying, Argent, we want to see another lolcow. We like Chris Chan, we like DSP, but it's time for you to cover somebody else. So somebody on Facebook sent me they're like, okay, Argent, here is the person you have to talk about. This person is the biggest lolcow ever. This person makes DSP look like a little boy. This person makes DSP look like an honest businessman. This person, this is, and so I looked this up, and I saw this, and I don't believe that this is real. I can't believe this is real. This is if you take the worst aspects of DSP and the worst aspects of Chris Chan, and you combine them in some sort of chimera, but you give them millions of views. I can't even... I don't even know how to express the amount of bullshit we're about to look into, but we'll try. We will try to look into this. So this is YandereDev. So for those of you who aren't aware, what Yandere Yandere is a stereotype in anime where there's a female character who's obsessively in love with a male character to a psychotic degree, and they will go out and they will kill anybody that the male character talks to, pretty much. Belarus from Axis Powers Hatelia was one. Griffith is one. Okay, Griffith is one for God. Nina Einstein is one for Euphemia. Mao is one for CC. Let's see here. Misa is one for light. Okay, there's a couple examples. Okay. So, this guy in 2014 decided that he was going to make a game where you play as Yandere, which he called a cross between Persona and Hitman. So, in this game, it takes place over 10 weeks, just like Persona. He even made a video where he basically says that the entire game was ripped off of Persona. And in it, so in this game, you have 10 weeks, and every week there is a new girl who tries to take Senpai away from you, and you have to kill her, or frame her, or something. You have to get rid of her. And so he announced he was going to make this game, and he announced this in 2014, and he claims it'll be finished by either 2019 or 2022. He's not sure. So this has been a work in process for 5 years. Now you may go, this is just some fucking random lolcow. I mean, who the fuck is this guy? Like, really? Who cares? Now, the thing that, like, because someone mentioned this to me, and I'm like, oh, this is just going to be some random asshole. But I looked into this, and as you can see, like, just from this man has almost, like, 100,700,000 subscribers. What the fuck? And his videos regularly get over 1 million views. So, we're just going to look at this. So, let's look at his Social Blade. Before we get into kind of like the background, the story of this. So he gets 8 million views in the last 30 days. Social Blade estimates he makes between $2,000 and $40,000 a month. This is just on YouTube ads. This is not on Twitch. This is not on Patreon. This is not donations. This is not on his merch. This man makes probably 200 grand a year on just his fucking YouTube videos. It's... I don't even know. So, and if you look at these videos, I was like, okay, these views have to be ironic. This has to be like DSP with people mocking it. So if we look here, we have 236,000 upvotes, 4,000 downvotes. What the fuck? I mean, okay, let's just look at this again, because some Squiddo's questioning if he can make this much money. Okay, so let's see. 8 million 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, okay, 8 million divided by 1,000. So we'll assume a CPM of 1. So yeah, even if he only makes a CPM of 1, that's still like $8,000 a month. So, and that's not even his main thing. So he makes his shitty YouTube videos talking about, okay, so let's maybe about like the development of his game. And this channel is like, he's been doing these for years, and we'll watch some of them, but he's been fucking putting up videos like for the last 3 years of like footage from his shitty game. No panty shots allowed on YouTube, information for newcomers, and his old videos are so shitty. Let me like show you how bad these are. How to cinematic, let's see, sim intro, dismemberment, like he puts these shitty May 1st build delayed. But if we look at like some of his old shit, he doesn't even bother to put audio in these. He's too fucking lazy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, here we go.
The new update just isn't ready yet. I need more time. As always, I've been working as hard as possible to add lots of new features to the game.
Literally, Chris Chat.
I'm really eager to share all of these new features with you, but I want to fix some more bugs and add some more polish before I upload a new video or make a new build. I can't guarantee when the next video or build will be ready. Hopefully, it will only be a few days from now. Until now, I've been trying to upload new videos and new builds on the 1st and 15th days of every month. However, this update schedule limits me in several ways.
Stress.
Trying to update the game twice a month means I am limited to only working on features that take less than 2 weeks to implement. I have to rush as fast as possible to meet the deadline, and rushing results in sloppy code.
Oh my god. So like DSP, like Christian, this guy does pity me vlogs all the time. He's just like, give me money. My life is so hard, it's stress. So this asshole gets $5,000 a month on Patreon. It's actually gone up since I checked it an hour ago. This guy gets $5,000 a month to work on this. So let's look at his goal. And if I reach this goal, I could pay 3 professional level volunteers $500 per month for assistance, or pay 1 professional level volunteer $1,500 a month or more for assistance, or split the money between 2 professional level volunteers. What the fuck? What does that mean? What the hell is a professional level volunteer? What are his other goals? Let's see. Help volunteers. Okay. Anything over 1,000 will cause me to focus 100% of my attention on YandereDev, but my personal goal is to earn the equivalent of a full-time employee's salary. And I'm sure he'll sell this game if it's ever finished. Like, I've seen stalker mods that are basically entire standalone games finished in like 2 years. So let's see here. If I make $1,000 a month on Patreon, I can stop looking for freelance jobs. So we have this, which is like his logo, which is an ass with panties on it. Okay. I like the okay. Organic game design. Development update. So this is not a joke as far as I can determine. This is serious. These people actually want to see this game released. And there's a demo of it which we'll play later, but let's just get through some more of this. Okay, so he has a Twitch channel, and the fact that he has a Twitch channel and he streams as much as he does shows what a fucking asshole this guy is. So he streams multiple times a day, every day, where he plays shitty anime games. And he has... Okay, this one asshole here gave him $100 in bits. So he's the cheerleader. God knows how much money in bits this guy gets. Also, God knows how many subs he has. This guy could be making like another 3-4 grand a month on Twitch. I mean, how many followers does this guy have? This is going to be depressing. Okay, his videos get 400,000 views for his shitty streams. And he has 37,000 followers on Twitch. What? And then he has merchandise that he sells. So he also makes money off of that. And of course he has a donation button on his website. Limited edition. Let's see what the mugs look like. Oh, we'll get into the pity vlogs. This guy puts DSP to shame with his pity vlogs. Okay, so this is the video where he's advertising his sweet merch.
Hey, Midori.
Yeah?
Do you have a torso?
I think so.
Do you want to cover your naked torso?
Yes!
Then you need a Yandere Simulator t-shirt.
Wow!
Have you ever wanted to look down and see a Yandere girl with a knife crawling on your chest? Well, if you purchase a Yandere Sim t-shirt, that's exactly what you'll get, without the risk of death. And there are lots of options to choose from, too. And shirts aren't the only merchandise that we're selling. Is your iPhone naked? That's lewd. You should put a Yandere Sim iPhone cover on it. Do you need an easy and convenient way to drink the blood of your enemies? How about a Yandere Sim coffee mug? But back to the shirts. Some of them are shiny. Ooh, shiny. The shiny ones are available for a limited time.
This is not a joke.
So if you want them,
This is
you need
dead
to order them
serious.
in the next few days.
This video
In addition to
got
being used as
500,000
these
views.
shirts can also be used as lethal weapons to eliminate your enemies. Allow me to demonstrate. Let's pretend that you're in love with Pikachu-senpai. But Mario-chan has been flirting with your senpai.
Mamma mia!
First, wait until senpai isn't looking. Then, fold it over, come in over the top, wrap the shirt around his neck, and squeeze until he turns blue.
As far as I can
Just
determine,
toss
this
the
is
corpse
real.
over a cliff. There you go.
I am
Rival
fucking
eliminated,
stunned.
And senpai never even knew what happened. So what are you waiting for? Head over to crowdmade.com/Yanderev.
Guys, I decided I don't believe in God anymore after seeing this. It's too much. This is just too much. Okay, so he's also put out some other cool stuff. So in 2014, he put out Yandere Clicker, where she stabs the guy in the balls. And she stabs him faster. So he managed to make a clicker game. He also made Super Yandere 64, which is a parody of Super Mario 64. Let's
Mexico!
look at this. What the fuck is this? Okay, I can't even watch this. This video's gonna get copyright strike from his shitty music.
Bounties in her spaceship. She flies around the galaxy and she shoots Metroid and she's married to me. We're married. We're husband and wife. Every day I come home from work after a hot day of slaving over a hot keyboard. And I say, honey, I'm home. And she runs to me wearing her Zero suit and an apron with her boobs jiggling as she runs to me. And she says, welcome home, honey. And she gives me a big, sloppy, wet kiss with lots of saliva on the lips. And I say, it's so good to see you, honey. And I kiss her back. And then she says, okay, darling, would you like to take a bet?
Okay, so then he also has a fanfiction.net account. Let me see if I can find his fanfiction account. where he posts erotic fan fiction. So, let me find it. I Am Your Slave, an alternate version of the events of Soul Calibur 3 and 4, with twists on the story and characters. What the fuck? It's 350,000 words? This is like 3 times a normal story. What the fuck? He wrote a 350,000 word... People have done dramatic readings of this. This is literally just smut. No, this is a slave girl fic. Oh my god. So he calls him Eva Zafon because he's a fanboy of both Eva Evangelion and Razafon. By the way, 100,000 words is roughly like what the average novel is. So let's look at some of his videos now. We'll get to the main event in a little bit. Okay, so here are some videos. This was the first video he ever put up. So we're going to watch some scenes from Yandere Simulator. Okay, so here's one complaining about his fans. This is amazing. This makes DSP look like he's nice to his fans.
As of today, Yandere Simulator has been in development for 2 years. Happy birthday, Yandere-chan. I think that this is the appropriate time to make a video about the biggest obstacle that I am facing. If this one obstacle could be removed, I would have much more time to work on the game, and the game's development would go by much faster. The problem is email. This is a problem that I have mentioned various times in previous videos and blog posts.
Fuck you for sending me email.
You're probably sick of hearing about it.
Fuck you.
I'm certainly sick of talking about it. I'd love to stop bringing up this subject, but that can only happen when it stops being the biggest problem I'm facing. I receive an avalanche of emails every single day. Depending on how much email I get, sometimes I spend between 8 and 12 hours going through my email, leaving me with no time left in the day to write code for the game. If I received half as much email, I would have twice as much time to work on the game, and the game's development would go by twice as fast. Do you want Yandere Simulator
Fuck you, fans. How dare you?
Or 2022? When you send me a stupid email, you are actively sabotaging the game's development. If you want this game to come out faster, you should not email me unless it's absolutely necessary. In this video, I'm going to explain...
You think he has the agency, Jolly, to just not look at his emails?
And should never be sent.
Do you, like, know how hard it is to not look at email?
5 categories: volunteers, bug reports, questions, suggestions.
You know what this is? Have any of you seen Friend Request Ridicule? This is like DSP's Friend Request Ridicule, but even more douchey. Like, he took this whole time to make this video.
The first category is...
And this has, like, 123,000 thumbs up and 5,000 thumbs down.
And volunteered to help create various assets for the game. I cannot create models, draw art, animate characters, compose music, or voice act. So volunteers are essential to the game's development.
I can't do anything necessary.
Volunteers takes up the majority of my time. Here's why. When I'm requesting anything from a volunteer, I spend a lot of time describing.
Fuck you, volunteers. I'm making like 300 or 400k a year doing fuck all and getting you to do the work for me. And it's like, because if you ever listen to Chris Chan, he always complains about stress and how hard he's working, etc.
Exactly how I want it to look, and I spend a lot of time searching for reference images. For example, if I request a 3D model of a laptop, I search for images of the exact type of laptop I want. If I request an animation of a character burning to death, I search for an animation where a character dies from fire. If I want a character to be illustrated, I search for similar characters to use as reference. If I want a music track, I search for a pre-existing track that sounds similar, etc. After the volunteer has finished creating whatever I asked for, I provide them with feedback and critique, and they revise their work. This process continues until they deliver exactly what I need. Finding reference and providing feedback is a time-consuming process, but the results are always worth it. Yandere Simulator depends on...
Wait a minute, why is he saying it's always worth it if he's complaining about them? No, Christian complains about Sonichu and how much time Sonichu takes.
Without the volunteers, I could never have made as much progress as I have. With that said, it's possible for some volunteers to be obstacles. Every day, dozens of people, honestly, dozens, contact me and volunteer to...
Why would you make a video about this?
Unfortunately, only about 10% of them actually meet my standards.
Your fucking standards for your fucking shitty game.
Artwork that looks like this. The majority of people who volunteer to be 3D modelers produce models that look like this. Look, I am grateful that there are people who want...
You obviously are, or you wouldn't have made this video.
That there are people who are willing to volunteer for the game. It's heartwarming to hear from someone who is offering to lend me their time. But let's be realistic here. People have very...
Okay, let's look at the top comment. Okay, let's see here. Hey, YandereDev, sorry so many people are reporting bugs, glitches, or things that have been done in the videos that I've made. I just want to show my experience playing a game I've grown to love since I found out about it. I respect your work yet, and sorry if the Myth series, has created more chaos than the emails you are already getting. Let's see. I feel like I'm in trouble even though I did nothing. I didn't even know his email, but I still feel pretty bad. Poor YandereDev, he's trying to work and everyone keeps sending him emails. He's really trying to. And I won't tell my parents I watch YandereSim. They've already know but I won't do something. Okay, you are the one. I cannot voice act lies. Look at this. I think this is all unironic. I thought that this was satire. I know, but if you're so stressed out, you should take a break. Oh, Muffin. I play this game, but it's for fun. Now my dad won't let me play this violent game. Like, look at this. I'm 17, bro, and I make fantastic models. I work as a 3D printer.
High expectations for Yandere Simulator. People want YandereSim to have graphics that look like they belong in this decade. When was the last time you saw a video game with artwork that looked like this?
Shitty Kickstarter games on Steam.
Contacted by several extremely skilled individuals with years of professional experience who are willing to provide me with high-quality assets.
High quality.
They belong in a real video game.
No, it looks like shit.
I am incredibly lucky that these talented people have generously offered to lend me.
To quote Darkside Beef,
as a result,
thank you
there is
and
no
fuck
reason
you
for me to accept volunteers whose work is below professional quality. If you don't think that a video game company would hire you, you should not volunteer for Yandere Simulator. The majority of volunteers I hear from are 12-year-old kids. Look,
who steal their
I
parents'
appreciate
credit cards.
the fact that you want to help out, but I have never been impressed with artwork or models created by children. In general, just don't email me if you're under 18. Little kids shouldn't even be playing a game like Yandere Simulator. Seriously, where are your parents? If you do volunteer, you must remember to show me examples of your work. If someone volunteers to help
You're
me
applying
out,
for a
and they don't
fucking
include
job
any examples of
to
their
help me
previous
develop
work,
this shitty
I
game.
immediately delete their email and move on to the next one. I'm not going to waste my time typing an email that says, I don't know whether or not I want your help. I haven't even seen what your work looks like yet. Show me what your work looks like first. Please don't volunteer to translate the game into other languages. At this point in time, I am constantly changing words in the game's English script. If you translate the game right now in its current state, your translation will quickly become outdated. I don't want to constantly update the game's translation
too much work.
I change the game's script. So that's why nobody should
it's
send
so
me
much work to
translations
do
at
this.
this point in time. After the game's English script is final, I
My
will
life
post
is
on
so
my blog
hard.
and ask for translation assistance. Until then, please don't offer to translate the game.
Don't offer me help.
The next
Fuck
category
you.
is bug reports. Yandere Simulator in its current form is not a game. A game is something with win conditions and loss conditions. If you can't win or can't lose, it's not.
Oh my
a game.
god, he's
Yandere
using
Simulator in its
God
current form
hope.
is a sandbox with a bunch of toys in it. It's a debug build. The purpose is right there in the name. Debug.
He apparently
I provide
lives with
these
his
builds
parents.
so that people can report bugs. That's it. Nobody should expect these builds to be fun at all. People who email me about bugs are the real MVPs. Like the volunteers, people who report bugs are heroes who are helping the game get closer
Oh
to
my god.
completion.
It's never been
However,
completed.
just as some volunteers can waste my time, some bug reporters can waste my time too. Here are a set of rules that you should follow if you want to report
There's
bugs,
fucking
but
rules.
want to avoid wasting my time. Do not report bugs that you saw in a Let's Play video. New builds are uploaded very frequently, so YouTube videos become outdated very quickly. If you only encounter a bug once and you cannot cause it to happen again, do not bother reporting it.
Yeah, guys,
Only
fucking
report a
beta
bug
test my
if you
game.
can successfully trigger the bug anytime you try to make it happen. Only report a bug if you can tell me exactly what
It's like
I must
fucking
do to
testing
experience
people
it
for HIV.
myself. Do not report bugs that only occur when you are using debug commands. Debug commands will not be available in the final game, so it's pointless to report bugs that result from them. Do not report bugs that can only occur through the use of mods. If something goes wrong when you're using a mod, it's
People make mods for this. What the fuck?
the mod's fault, not my fault.
Yeah,
Do
sure.
not use vague language. Only use extremely specific and clear language. Do not attempt to tell jokes in your bug report. Only give me the facts. This is going to sound weird, but do not report crashes. Every time anyone has ever sent me the output log of a crash, the bottom of the output log has always contained the same words. File name not available. This means that the game only crashed because the player was missing some files. The only solution is to re-download the game. If it keeps happening every time you download the game, please wait until I've released an official downloader/updater/launcher application that checks for file integrity. The next category is questions. I do not want to receive questions.
No
Answering
questions.
questions takes away time that I could have spent working on the game. Not only that,
Fuck you for
90%
showing
of the
interest.
questions I hear are already answered
All
in
of
the FAQ. It's a complete waste of time.
How
for
fucking
everyone
long is this
involved.
FAQ?
Don't send me
me look
questions.
this up.
If you have a question about the game, you should either read the FAQ, find a place to discuss Yandere Simulator and ask your question there, or just wait until I release more information about the game. The next category is suggestions. I do not want to receive suggestions. 99% of the time that I get a suggestion from someone, their idea has already been suggested before, is already a planned feature of the game, does not fit in with the design of the game, is far beyond the scope of a one-man indie game with no budget, or it's just stupid. As I said at the beginning of this video, Yandere Simulator has been in development for 2 years now. I've received over 18,400 emails about the game. I've already heard every suggestion. There's nothing you can suggest that I haven't already heard dozens of times. Just don't suggest things. If I ever actually want suggestions, I'll ask for it using very specific language, like, please send me suggestions. If I don't use those exact words, don't send me suggestions. Last category, fanworks. The only thing preventing me from going insane is, well, actually, I went insane a long time ago. But the only thing preventing me from snapping completely is seeing that people enjoy Yandere Simulator. I've always dreamed of creating something that would spawn a fandom. My lifelong aspiration has been to create something that would inspire people to create fan art and wear cosplay. When people dress up as Yandere Simulator characters,
What
or post
the
really
fuck?
awesome illustrations,
No way
I feel
this is
like
real.
Sacrificing several years of my life for this game was actually worth it.
Sacrificing
Even though
years
fan
of
art
making
and cosplay
hundreds of
don't actually
thousands of
advance the game's
dollars.
development, I really love seeing that sort of thing. So it's perfectly okay to show me your creations. I appreciate it a lot. high-quality work to show me. You're reporting a bug, and you're following the proper bug reporting steps.
This guy made a 20-minute long video bitching about people showing an interest in his bullshit. Okay, so he's adding shit from Yakuza in. And these people give him money. What the fuck is this? Is that him, or did someone make that? He put up merch. What the fuck? Senpai's portrait. Yakuza in Yandere Simulator. Okay. We have a couple more videos to watch, and then I'll actually play the game. Let's see here. Here's the development pity email.
Speed of Yandere Simulator's development, the obstacles that are slowing down development, and potential solutions that could speed things up. First, I'll describe how game development works at a company with dozens of employees. At a big game company, there is a team of artists, a team of animators, a team of modelers, etc. The lead artist is in charge of all of the artists. The lead animator is in charge of all of the animators. The lead modeler is in charge of all the modelers, and so on. The leads receive instructions from the directors, producers, and managers. A lead's job description looks like this. They are responsible for ensuring that their team produces high-quality assets, helping different teams communicate, predicting future obstacles, finding solutions for any problems that come up, and generally keeping everything on schedule. I am blessed to have the assistance of numerous talented volunteers who have generously offered to lend their skills to Yandere Simulator.
Who do my work for me.
See and hear in Yandere Simulator would never have been possible without the help of those talented people. However, all of these amazing assets come at a cost. I am the game's director, producer, and manager. I am also the lead artist, and the lead animator, modeler, composer, etc. I don't create artwork or animations or models or music, but I am in charge of managing and directing all of the people who produce those things for Yandere Simulator. I am also the game's only programmer. I must perform all of the responsibilities that would normally be performed by about 10 different people if this was a real game company. Now, please, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not trying to brag and I'm not trying to whine. I'm just trying to explain why it can take so long to make significant progress. Dozens of assets are made for Yandere Simulator every month, and all of those assets must pass through a bottleneck the size of one man, me. This often leads to a backlog of assets that have been waiting for weeks or months to be implemented into the game.
This reminds me of KO Gaming creation problems. Because remember on KO Gaming where people were making him videos and he was too lazy to upload the videos people made him?
There are tons of things that have been created for Yandere Simulator that you haven't even seen yet, because I haven't found the time to put those things in the game. Also, many of the assets that I require are for future surprises that you don't even know about, so you won't see them for a while. In the past, I placed a strong emphasis on low-hanging fruit. In other words, features that could be implemented within 2 weeks, with minimal assistance from volunteers. So, for a long time, I was able to add significant new features to the game every 2 weeks, but eventually I ran out of low-hanging fruit to implement. The next step was to work on the medium-hanging fruit, which required more collaboration with volunteers and more programming work than before. This is when features started to spend more and more time not...
Oh my god, here's the
short and
complaint.
simple game that could reasonably be completed by one man working alone, using some assets bought from the Unity Asset Store. As more and more volunteers began to join the project, I began...
Okay, here's his schedule. Sleeping, coding, friends.
to spend more and more time not writing code. Speaking with a team of artists, a team of animators, a team of modelers, a team of composers, a team of voice actors, etc. takes many hours of the day. I quickly realized that I was going to make very little progress on the game's code if I only worked a normal 8-hour workday. So I started working longer and longer hours. Eventually, I removed everything else from my life. Friends, exercise, hobbies, etc. so I could focus 100% of my...
I destroyed my entire life for you worthless fucking humans. You worthless fucking humans. I gave up all my friends. I gave up all my spare time. Fuck you, fans. DSP did several videos about this, about how he destroyed his
Attention
life for
Yandere
you.
Simulator. Eventually, my life became a non-stop loop of work and sleep. It's been this way for over 2 years now. Ironically, this is what my life was like 5 years ago when I worked at a video game company. This kind of lifestyle was absolutely unbearable, which is why I decided to quit.
What is with this? So did he not sleep? Like, what the fuck does this even represent? Is this hours in a day? Is this days of the week?
My job and became an indie developer. Yandere Simulator has a lifespan. The game is only alive for as long as people are interested in it. If people lose interest in the game, it's dead. If I release frequent updates, people will remain interested in the game. If I release updates slowly, people will lose interest in the game, and the game will get closer to death. This is why I work on Yandere Simulator 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and don't take any vacations. I'm worried about people...
Okay, just let me open his Twitch. Okay, so he works on this 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, remember, he just said that. So let's look at how often this asshole streams. So, September 13th, he streamed like 2 hours. On September 10th, he streamed like 3.5 hours. He streamed 3.5. So it looks like he streams about 2 to 3.5 hours a day. So he works 12 hours a day, except for the time he spends streaming and answering emails. So he works 12 hours a day, but he can't work 12 hours a day because...
in the game. I'm worried about losing my subscribers. I'm worried about losing my patrons. I'm worried about being called lazy. I'm worried about getting a reputation as a bad game developer. I'm worried that everything I've worked for will collapse.
Oh, everything he worked for
will be for nothing. I've been invited to anime conventions to speak at panels.
Oh, no.
So I can have more time to work on Yandere Sim. I've been asked to do interviews, invited to podcasts, invited to parties, invited to weddings, and always declined because I didn't want to do anything that would take my time away from Yandere Sim.
I became a shut-in. I devoted my life to it because of you. Pity me. Pity me.
People pay me money to keep working on Yandere Sim, but I never get to use that money to enjoy myself.
I never get to use that money. Okay, if you're making like 400K a year, what you do is you invest it. You put it into exchange-traded funds. You put it into a whole bunch of different investments. If you do this for a couple of years, you'll have enough money to like live for the rest of your life. Or you can retire when you're like 50. Give it a couple of years at like 5 or 6% a year. Like, let me do some calculations. Let's say this asshole's made $1 million in spare cash, which I don't think is unrealistic. Let's times this by 0.06. So he could potentially make like 60 grand of investment income a year.
Because I'm always so busy with Yandere Simulator. If I never get the time to use the money that I earn, then I might as well not be getting paid anything at all. If you ask my friends what my most commonly said words are,
I thought he didn't have any
always say,
friends.
sorry, I don't have time. I have to work on Yandere Sim. Yandere Simulator will probably not be finished until 2019. I'm going to be over 30 years old when that happens. I'm going to look back at my late 20s, and I'm just going to see a giant hole where nothing happened except for Yandere Simulator.
Okay, for most people, you'd say, okay, so I'm going to spend 3 to 5 years of my life doing this, but I'm going to make like 500K a year. Okay, well, that sounds pretty good. So you waste a couple years, but you're set for life and you never have to worry about money again.
It's really depressing, so I try not to think about it. Even though I devote almost every single hour of my life to Yandere Simulator, I've made 0 code-related progress on Osana over the past 2 weeks.
None.
Because of all the other things that take up my time and require my attention. I really wish that working on Yandere Sim was as simple as just sitting down and writing code. But that's just not the reality of game development. Even if I spend 12 hours per day focusing all of my attention exclusively on Yandere Sim, I can still wind up with no time to actually write code, because I have dozens of other responsibilities besides just being a programmer. In addition, there's also one other problem. When Yandere Simulator was a small project with just a few scripts, compiling the code took less than a second. Now, Yandere Simulator has over 300 scripts, and it takes 30 seconds to compile the code every time I want to make any change, no matter how small. It also takes 30 seconds to launch the game every time I want to test something.
It takes 30... This dude is complaining about how long it takes to compile. Dude, you're getting like 400k, just buy a faster computer.
In short, it now takes a grand total of 60 seconds to check any change I've made to the game's code.
What the
when
fuck?
It originally took less than a second. If I want to make 60 changes to the game in a single day, then 1 hour of my day will be spent just sitting there waiting for the code to compile.
You could do something
the simple
else.
act of writing code and checking out the changes that I've made has slowed down drastically.
Well, then just have multiple windows open. Answer some of those fucking emails while you're waiting.
On top of everything else, when personal problems pop up, and
This dude made a fucking pie chart. A fucking pie chart. Making videos, interacting with the community, speaking to voice actors, speaking to monthly. Look at, like, how much she...
take my focus away from Yandere Simulator, I lose the time that I otherwise would have spent developing the game. This is something that I have absolutely no control over, because you can't predict when you'll run into a stroke of bad luck and have to deal with a bunch of dumb issues going on.
This is literally DSP.
On the bright side, there is a bit of good news. When I'm releasing cool updates, the game is popular and lots of people are contacting me, which results in me not having very much time to write code. But when I haven't done anything cool in a long time, people lose interest in Yandere Sim, and almost nobody contacts me, which gives me much more time to write code. This becomes a cycle of rising and dropping productivity, depending on the game's current amount of popularity. Right now, we're at one of those low points where people are losing interest in the game and losing faith in me, which, ironically, gives me more time to actually write code for the game. So, we should probably see some cool progress very soon. I hope. Anyway, I hope that this video has helped you to understand why the game's
Why
development...
my life is so hard. Okay, so he did a part 2 where he continued to bitch about how hard his life is. So we're gonna watch that, and then we're gonna get into the... then I'm gonna actually try playing this game, because I think that covers, like, most of the background. I think.
Claimed that the biggest problem slowing down the game's development is the fact that I have many more
Okay,
responsibilities.
so someone
than
contacted
just
me
writing code for
on Facebook, and they said that his old streams were 7 to 8 hours long.
the game. In this video, I'll discuss a few of the potential solutions for the problem. I have no problem managing a team of people, and I enjoy programming, but there simply aren't enough hours in the day to manage a team of people and make significant progress with the game's code. I think that the most elegant solution would be to hire someone to take my place as the game's lead.
Then do
programmer,
it.
so that I can focus exclusively on being a director/producer/manager, while someone else writes all the code. However, there is something very important stopping me from pursuing
What?
this course of action. When it comes to programming, I'm good at some things, like rapid prototyping or adding new features to a pre-existing system. But I'm not so good at designing modular systems, creating state machines, or writing character...
Then hire a
In
time to
simple
do it,
terms,
someone else to do it.
I have specialties, but I don't specialize in most of the stuff that Yandere Simulator needs the most.
So he's bitching about how he's trying to make the game is... He's like, I don't have time to get people to help me to make the game that I can't make because it's... I don't fucking...
I put forth
None of
my
this
best
makes
effort,
any
But
sense.
if a more experienced programmer had been in charge of writing Yandere Simulator's code, they probably would have done a bunch of things way differently. With more time, I could develop my skills, gain new knowledge, and eventually evolve into the master programmer that Yandere Simulator deserves. But that would probably take a while, and I don't think you guys want to wait that long. If I...
No, we're only gonna wait like 7. It's gonna be 9 years or
I
something.
hire an experienced veteran programmer with experience in the Unity game engine to take my place on Yandere Simulator, he's not going to want to work with my code and pick up from where I left off. He's going to want to rebuild many of the game's
Well, then
most
just
important
let him do
systems
it.
so that the game has a proper foundation. We should also port the game from Unity 4 to Unity 5 and port the scripts from JavaScript.
Okay, this guy is such a lazy fuck. People have offered to do this shit. Like, he just spent like 20 minutes complaining about how people have offered to do this shit for him. People will do this for free. He doesn't even have to pay them. Like, there's lots of mod teams who do shit for free, and they don't have... Like, if you look at Total War mods, they have big teams who will do it completely for free, and this asshole won't let people do it for him.
Script to C#, because C# has many advantages and also compiles 4.2 times faster than JavaScript. Redesigning Yandere Simulator's core systems, porting the game to Unity 5, and porting the game to C# would probably take several months, during which I can't roll out new updates, because the game would be unplayable while it's being taken apart and put back together again. If I lose the ability to put out updates for several months, this would kill a lot of the hype and interest in the game, which would have a severe impact on something very...
No, it wouldn't. Lots of games have hype.
...important, the game's crowdfunding campaign. Yandere Simulator cannot be finished unless I launch a crowdfunding campaign and raise a bunch of money that would be used to hire a team of professionals to help me make the rest of the game. There are many examples of crowdfunded projects that were massive disappointments. A lot of people are now skeptical of crowdfunding campaigns.
Well, at least Mighty
and
Number
rightfully
9
so.
put out a product.
That is why
They
before
released
launching
a finished
crowdfunding campaign,
game.
I want to release an impressive demo so that people know exactly what type of game they're going to get and feel safe pledging their money to the project. The builds that are available right now are just sandbox test builds for debug purposes. I won't have an actual demo until after I've implemented Osana, the game's first rival. You won't really get the true Yandere Simulator experience until there's a genuine rival in the game. Osana is the very last piece of the puzzle before I want to launch a crowdfunding campaign. Hype is essential.
Wait a minute, he's going to launch a crowdfunding campaign too? What? And his retarded fans would probably give him millions of dollars.
Hype dies if I don't update the game frequently. If I bring another programmer on board the project, we'll need to spend several months taking apart the game and rebuilding most of the major systems.
Couldn't he get someone to do that, like, as a separate thing while he continues to work on the main one and then just port the changes over?
During which the game will be unplayable, and I won't be able to put out new builds. This would kill hype, which would damage the probability that the crowdfunding campaign will succeed. So, I don't want to bring another programmer on board the project until after the crowdfunding campaign has concluded. And I don't want to launch the crowdfunding campaign until after Osana is complete. We do have the option of deviating from this plan. I could forget about Osana, launch the crowdfunding campaign immediately, assemble a team, begin refactoring the game's code as soon as possible, and then release Osana after the
That sounds like the sanest way to do this.
refactoring was complete. But I'm not sure if you guys would really want this. I'm going to describe a few other possible solutions, and then I'll ask you guys to vote on the best one. Another possibility is to stop relying on donations and volunteers and work together with a game company to complete Yandere Simulator. I've already been approached by multiple companies who have expressed an interest in getting involved with Yandere Simulator's development in exchange for a cut of the game's profits. They've proposed deals that involve me giving up 50% of the game's profits, or losing ownership of the game's intellectual property, or removing certain features from the game. These terms are all very unappealing to me, so I haven't agreed to work with any of the companies that have approached me.
Okay, but the game's probably never going to go up, so who cares about the profits? You don't make your money off of however much people are going to pay for it. You make your money off of e-begging.
But it would drastically speed up the game's development to have a team of experienced professionals take over for me, and could possibly allow us to bypass the crowdfunding campaign altogether. This option has upsides and downsides, so it's one of the things that I'm going to ask you to vote on. The proper solution to the game's slow development depends on how you're looking at the problem. From your perspective, the problem is, YandereDev is so slow. From my perspective, the problem is, I'm working on this game 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, never taking vacations, not getting any enjoyment out of my life, and people are calling me lazy and slow. From your perspective, the solution might be more programmers, or a crowdfunding campaign, or getting the help of a company. From my perspective, the solution might be to change what Yandere Simulator is. Presently, Yandere Simulator is my full-time job. I get paid to work on it. As long as I'm getting paid to work on it, I feel obligated to pour every second of my life into it. As long as I'm getting paid for my time, it's perfectly fair for people to complain if I don't make timely progress on the game. But what if I wasn't getting paid to work on it? What if I closed my Patreon completely? Then I could downgrade YandereSim from a full-time job to just a hobby. I would have no obligation to work on it for any longer than I feel like working on it. I would have no reason to give it any more attention than I feel like giving it. I would finally be able to play video games and watch anime again. Nobody could call me lazy anymore.
But wait a minute, he does play video games. Look, there's like evidence right here. He claims he doesn't play them, but he literally does.
All of my problems would be solved. But all of my fans would hate me. Someone else would develop a Yandere-themed game to take the place of my game. I would fade from memory, and all of the work I've done over the past 3 years would be for nothing.
What about all the money you got?
It's tempting to downgrade Yandere Simulator to just being a hobby so that I can take my life back, but it would probably be a one-way street with no turning back. The only reason I'm even considering such drastic measures is because I'm worried about what the fans think of me, because I've been unable to make fast progress with Osana. But maybe it's only a very vocal minority that is actually mad about it.
I can't even.
possible
Okay,
that
so
someone
he did actually make a partnership with a company, so we'll look at that.
One of my most recent videos, when I was proposing potential solutions for the game's slow development, I mentioned the possibility of working with a company. During this part of the video, I portrayed companies as evil, greedy entities that would steal money from me, take full possession of Yandere Simulator, and censor the game. It was a bad idea to portray companies like this, because not every game developer or game publisher is like that. The language that I used to describe companies in my previous video probably had a strong effect on the poll where I asked people what they wanted me to do. Let me take a moment to talk about companies in a non-biased way. Not every company is...
So he did a poll, and then he chose the result that had the lowest amount in the poll. Okay.
An evil, greedy monster that is going to treat its partners unfairly. Some companies have a lot of bad stories associated with them, but other companies have a good reputation for being fair to their partners and never screwing anyone over. Some companies don't want to do any more work than necessary, but other companies are known for providing lots of support to their partners and for genuinely helping out in every way they can. Over the past 2 weeks, I've spent a lot of time speaking with a company that has experience developing games, publishing games, and also working together with struggling developers to help them finish their games. This company has a very good reputation among indie devs, and their name came up numerous times when I asked other developers to recommend a good company to work with. When I asked people for their opinion on this company, nobody was able to tell me a single negative thing about them.
Okay, so he also did a YandereDev tries it. Oh my god, so we have the picture of his dashboard. This is exactly what DSP does. He even has the same game.
This won't work. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there it goes. It took a minute to activate. That was weird. That's good stuff right there. Okay. I'm gonna eat my...
Look, he's wearing his flannel pajamas.
You'll just have to sit there and wait.
Oh, he has the
You'll just
same
have to
mic
sit
as me.
there and enjoy.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No, not enjoying. Darn, let me find something to put the camera on or something. Oh, sure. My food's getting cold. Hope you appreciate this. My food's getting cold because I'm taking this moment to provide you with a view of my meal or something.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm taking this time to provide you with a view of
You can see the
it.
meal as I eat it. So, like, the stream resumes when all this is gone. Then all this is gone, the video game resumes. Oh yeah. My fingernails got long. My fingernails got long.
Look, he has flannel pajamas on.
Because I spent all my time working on Yandere Simulator. I don't have time for personal hygiene.
What the fuck? Let me read that.
Oh yeah. My fingernails got long. My fingernails got long.
He's literally DSP.
It's because I spent all my time working on Yandere Simulator. I don't have time for personal hygiene. Who the hell is HSDev? Two monitors. Bijou Mike. I've seen a couple of his videos.
Ew.
I'll stream for at least another 6 hours.
Stream for another 6 hours. Remember, he has no time to work on YandereDev, but he streams for like 6 hours a day. Actually, that pizza looks good. It's a
If
lot
you
of.
are actually curious to know how you can donate to me, there's 2 ways. I have Patreon if you want make monthly, if you want to support me on a monthly basis, or I have PayPal if you just want to do a one-time donation. I always feel awkward talking about it.
No, you don't. This
Yeah,
guy is a
anyone
pig
has
roach.
permission to stream and record videos of Yandere Simulator for YouTube. Oh, I didn't realize the chat was on screen. You know what? I'm gonna keep it there. It's more convenient for me. I played Fallout. Yeah. Sing. Not while I'm eating. Yeah. Want to hear me sing while I'm eating? Here, I'll sing while eating. You've just asked me to sing while I'm eating dinner. I'm about to show you what that sounds like.
Go to Patreon, you demo.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. This
This guy is DSP.
Hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart from all I worship, all I long for and adore. In other words, I love you. See, that's what it sounds like. I'm eating dinner. Now's not the best time for that. Nom 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 nom. Ba da 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 ba da da. I have my PC specs written down somewhere.
Listen to that.
Oh. I have a pen. I have a Odysee pen. You have to get the latest build of the game. Blade hair is different.
I want to see this guy playing Mass Effect Andromeda on screen. That's the fucking creepiest laugh I've ever heard.
All right. Oh, there's one more. Oh, there's another one. Oh. All right. I'm done. Now I'm gonna give you a surprise plot twist. Guess what? The entire time that you were watching me eat, you were sitting on top of a busty anime girl's boobies. How does it make you feel to know that? I'm gonna put you back on the boobies, chat. There. You've gone back on the boobies. And you're gonna stay there and you're gonna enjoy it. And I'll be right back.
This is quality content.
All of you. All right. You. All of you are gonna sit right there like the cute little fuck kittens you are. And I'm gonna be right back. So hold on to your dicks, because this shouldn't take too long. Be right back.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get to the feature presentation. We're going to play YandereDev, or as much as we physically can. Okay, let's see here. YandereDev launcher. Is this too shitty to like be captured? What the fuck? Okay, this is so shitty I can't even capture it properly. Okay, let's try launching the game and seeing if it like the actual game will work. Okay. So max quality, I want to use my 360 controller to play this. Okay. This is a sandbox build for testing and debugging. There's nowhere to win yet. Most features are missing or unfinished. The final game will have better graphics and animations. All characters depicted are 18 and older, even if otherwise specified. Okay, cool. Let's play this thing.
Yandere Simulator is supported by the following sponsors.
Write all these names down. These. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's go. There's no settings. There's sponsors. Write all these people's names down. They're going to be the first to go on the day of the rope. Okay, we got the credits. We got mission mode. We got resume game. Wait, I can resume a game? Challenges. Let's look at what the challenges are. Weapons, scissors, box cutter, screwdriver, syringe, katana, challenges. Okay. Let's see. Continue. Okay, quit. I want to go back to the main menu. I want to start a new game. Is there a difficulty setting? What gender is your ideal lover? I guess male, because I'm a female in this game. Okay, I'll just leave him. He kind of looks like Asuna from His and Her Circumstances. Yes, I'd like to proceed. I can pick a uniform. I guess I'll pick that one. Yes, I want to proceed.
I can't feel anything. For as long as I can remember, I've never been able to feel emotions. I pretend to be normal when I'm around other people, but on the inside, I feel nothing. It's not as bad as it may sound. I know that I'm broken, but I don't care. This is normal for me. But everything changed when I met him. My senpai.
Oh, that is great.
For the first time, I felt something. A strong desire. A longing.
Oh my
a
God.
yearning, a craving.
What the
Now I
fuck?
finally understand what it means to be human. To be alive. I'm addicted to the way he makes me feel. I don't care about anything else. He is everything to me. And now, someone is trying to take him from me.
Why is this?
She wants him, but not in the same way that I want him. She could never appreciate him the way I do. She doesn't deserve him. He belongs to me alone. She has taught me a new emotion. Rage. I want to stop her. I want to hurt her. I want to kill her. There is nothing I won't do for Senpai. I won't let anyone come between us. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care who I have to hurt. I don't care whose blood I have to spill. I won't let anyone take him from me.
Oops. Oh, okay.
Nothing else matters. No one else matters. Senpai will be mine.
He will. This sounds like something that they.
He doesn't have
Sounds
a
like the music
choice.
from BioShock.
Hey,
Oh boy.
Do I know you?
I saw you stalking an upperclassman today.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I wanted to give you some information about the girl he was with. Her name is Osana Najimi. She has a crush on him. She believes in a myth about the cherry tree behind the school.
The myth that if you confess your love to someone underneath that tree on a Friday, they are guaranteed to accept your confession?
Correct. She's planning to confess to him next Friday.
Why are you telling me this?
I would be happy if something bad happened to Osana-chan. I think you might be the right person to give her what she deserves.
Why do we want to kill her?
Who are you?
I'm the person nicknamed Info-chan at school.
I've heard rumors about you. You blackmail girls and sell panty shots to boys. Nobody knows your real name.
The rumors are true. If you ever need a favor, text me a panty shot and I'll give you whatever support I can.
What the fuck is this?
If you want to know personal information about anyone at our school, just send me a photograph of their face and I'll tell you
So
everything
she's a
I know
filthy
about them.
doxer. Is this Fred Fox?
You're disgusting.
You're a stalker. If you want my help, text me. If you don't care, ignore me. You have 1 week until your precious senpai belongs to Osana-chan. I hope you make her suffer.
Why? What did she do? Okay. I want to continue. Okay, this game is so shitty, it doesn't fucking run in window mode, so it's cut off. Okay, I'm gonna relaunch this. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to relaunch this game in a higher resolution. Let's see here. Where the fuck is the launch for this? Yandere Sim Launcher. Play. Okay. I want to run this in... Wow, this doesn't even go up to 19 to full screen. Okay, there we go. 1920 by 1080. Okay, so we're gonna run this shit in 1080p. Okay, let's see here. Alright.
Yandere Simulator is supported by the following sponsors.
Okay, I don't care. I can't believe this supports the 360 controller. Okay, so I'll skip this. Okay, so yes, I want male. Yeah. Okay. I'll take the female, I'll take that one, yes.
I can't feel.
Hey,
Okay. Can I turn off the music? There's no settings. Student info. Senpai. Photo gallery. Tasks. Okay, so... Oh my god, like all shitty games you... Oh, okay, there is a run button. Change panties. What? The fuck? Senpai Shrine. This is a bandage she threw away. Chewing gum. Pencil. A can Senpai drank out of. A bento box. Lock of his hair. Okay. I'd like to go to school. What's in the basement? That's the chair for killing people. Oh! What did I pick up? Is it garbage? Okay, I'm gonna go to school. Fuck me. This game was banned from Twitch, by the way. Oh my god, look at this frame rate. No way is this 23 frames per second. Oh. Oh. This is making me nauseous. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Why are people wearing those headbands? What the fuck? This is 3 years of work, people. Look at this. This is quality. This is quality content. Okay, I'm gonna go into the boys' washroom. Uh-oh. Let's check the stalls. Okay. Oh my god, these camera angles. Where the fuck am I supposed to go?
I supposed to do? What the fuck is this? Look at that bootleg basic bitch bullshit they put down there. What's this? Is that Senpai-kun? That's Senpai.
Are you okay? Can I help you? Is something wrong? I'm a little concerned.
Okay. What the fuck am I supposed to do in this game? Is there fucking summoning Satan? What the hell is this? Ritual knife. Dog knife? I want to pick up the ritual knife. You have to be looking at this from... Okay. So I have the visual... Okay. Is there some way to shelve the knife? Okay, I'm in sneak mode. Okay. So I got the knife. Let's see if I can kill this bitch. Ooh, panty shot. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Why does it get dark when I go into a bathroom? Why is there no lighting in the bathroom? You're supposed to kill everyone. Okay, that sounds better than... Fuck me, I'm not gonna try and actually play this game. How do I take the knife out? Where's my weapons? I want my weapons, damn it. Where'd my knife go? How the fuck... Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Which button is attack? I want to do an attack. How the fuck? I want to kill people. Where am I even going? This is 3 years of work, people. 3 years of work. Yes! No! No! Lost! No, I lost. All right. There's no way this was 30 FPS. There's no way. 36 FPS? This looks like it's like 5 FPS. Could you give me like some indication of where I'm supposed to go? This is the sewing room. Look at these finished assets. Okay, scissors, cool. How do I put them away? Okay, there we go. Here's the meeting room. Okay, that's finished assets. Got that ritual knife. I'm gonna take that. Okay, so this game is like Metal Gear Solid. What's R3? I don't know what R3 is. Oh, okay. To take pictures of Senpai. Save. Okay. Press your right stick. So I'm sneaking around like Solid Snake. The pennies need to be in the exact center of the shot. Oh, hey Kuma Games, nice to see you. I'm just trying out this learned opinion. Supposed to do? Three years. What the fuck?
What do you need?
Directional mic? Schemes? Kidnapping checklist? What the fuck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Could someone...
Are you okay?
Okay, that sounds like a good idea to me. If I can't have you, no one can have you.
Can I help you?
I want to kill him. Okay. To try and sneak up like Solid Snake and do a stealth kill. How do I stealth kill? I want to fucking stealth kill this person. There, I guess. Oh, okay.
You killed them! Stay back! Get away from me!
No. Wait. No, Senpai could never love me.
What the fuck is Snap? Okay, this is the worst thing ever made by a human. Okay guys, I'm sorry, I just can't, I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do. This is unbelievably bad. Okay, fuck it. Well guys, I think that covers YandereDev. I guess I could try and find more shit if you really want me to, but I'm fucking done. So I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys, and I'll talk to you later. More quality content to come.